the latest there?
He trained fully today, did every drill, looked pretty sharp. He's had a really big month of training. I guess the setback we saw on Monday was just something very minor, and he looked good today.
Will he play?
He's available for selection, yeah. So we'll a little bit though. We haven't picked the team yet, and we'll have a look at the balance of the squad. But he's available for selection, and we're pretty confident that he'll play. Yeah.
So he's done. Obviously, having said that, you're confident he's done enough work on the track to stand up to the rigours of round one.
Yeah, we are. He's had a really solid month of really high intensity training and a lot of match simulation type drills. So we feel that if we picked him, that he could play without looking like he's missed too much footy. So I know it's been a long time between games for him, but at the same time he's experienced, he's professional, he's prepared himself perfectly. The minor setback on Monday, but it looks like he's going to be right to play.
How important is he to the side, just obviously having lost Bock and Davis in the past couple of years, just his experience and what he brings to the table? Yeah,
experience and leadership, and it's just a really difficult matchup. You know, he goes to the opposition's best forward typically, and that's a great relief for us. And if he plays, it's going to be a big bonus for us.
Have you made your mind up yet, or is it something you'll have a final look at tomorrow?
We'll have a look tomorrow. Yeah, we just want to see how he pulls up. He's really confident now, having trained, and we've caught up with the doctor and the physios, and he's really confident. We're confident, but there's a little bit about how he sort of wakes up tomorrow and how he feels. But I'd say, I mean, you can't give it 100%, but we're confident that he'll play.
How well prepared is the squad? Could you compare, Geelong normally prepares well for a season. How do you compare the team's preparedness?
Yeah, no, we're ready to go. We're certainly, we had the good win against West Coast 2 weeks ago. We've trained pretty hard the last 2 weeks. We have had the opportunity for the boys to have a small break, but at the same time we've put some really high quality sessions into them as well. So they're bouncing around. They're full of energy. They're ready to go. Full squad to pick from. So we couldn't be better prepared, I don't think, for the start of a long season.
Comparing to your time with the Cats?
Difficult, because I don't think I've ever been with a team that's had a full squad to pick from round one. So. Like I said, we've got to pinch ourselves that we've got a fit list, and we know that's going to change. I mean, you just go back to round one last year, and unfortunately the club lost 5 of their starters in the first round. You can't prepare for those sort of things when they happen, but yeah, we're really confident that the guys are in good shape to start a long season.
Tough selection time then? It'd be a long
nightmare, absolute nightmare. Yeah, I mean that's going to be the challenge for us. We're going to have some players who are going to miss out, who are in red hot form. We have to to bring Douglas and Rutten back. We'd have to make 5 changes to the team that won well 2 weeks ago, plus a couple of other guys that are playing well in the SANFL. Guys that went back last week and played really well. So it's a good position for the coaches to be in. Match committee obviously are really happy, but at the same time I'm going to have to get around to potentially 5 players tonight and tomorrow, and let them know they're not going to be playing for round one, which is the nature of the industry a little bit, but at the same time there'll be some disappointed players, so hopefully they go back, play well, and we've got that depth that we can call on, and guys can come in and play well when they're called upon.
So it's a matter of managing, I guess, emotions as well, because there will be guys that feel like they deserve to play. That will be something you might have to work through throughout the year.
Yeah, definitely. There certainly won't be anyone being gifted a game early in the season, because there's guys really bashing down the door to be selected. So there's a lot of not pressure, but there's a good feeling that those 22 who take the field on Saturday afternoon have got to live up to their end of the bargain. So if you play, you've got to perform. Simple as that.
What time's the match committee today?
2 p.m. and I can't tell you what time it'll finish. It might be a long one, but at the same time we'll certainly pick a squad. Obviously we mentioned about Rutten, but we'll certainly pick a squad. And we can make the final call by about 4:30 tomorrow, I think. So, yeah, it'll be a long afternoon, I'm sure.
What's your biggest selection dilemma?
The most important thing is team balance. So you can't certainly pick players just purely on form. While you do take that into consideration, at the same time we've got to have the right balance of forwards, defenders, midfielders. The selection of the sub's critical now too in the modern game. You often spend hours debating who's the perfect sub. But it's a good position to be in. It's a really healthy debate between the coaches and the match committee. So I'm sure we'll pick a strong side anyway. And I mean, whatever we come out with, we're going to have a strong side to pick from, we're going to have a strong side, which is great.
What can we expect out of Kurt Tippett this year, Brenton?
We expect him to play key forward, pinch hit in the ruck. I think he's just going to get better. He's had a good summer, hasn't missed a session really. But yeah, I think with the way we're moving the ball, he should get more one-on-one contests, which I think it should help him. So I mean, he puts really high expectations on himself, Kurt. So we don't need to put any extra pressure on him because he puts pressure on himself. But I think we're in for a good season from him.
How vital is it to, I guess, maintain his services, given, I guess, you're playing Gold Coast this week, and there'll be plenty of chatter about that when he heads back home?
Yeah, there will be, yeah. I mean, I know Kurt enjoys going back to the Gold Coast, and I know he played well there last year, and he's certainly pretty wound up for round one, as the rest of our squad is. So it's not just Kurt who's looking to play well this week. Like I said, the challenge for the 22 that are named is to perform while you're out, pretty much. So like I said, the guys that go back and play SANFL, I'm sure they're going to go really hard and play really well and keep putting pressure on selection each week.